Hello, and this is the second part of me talking about Sha and how you should expect Sha if you're treating the body, and also that Sha is not such a bad thing because what's happening under the skin is something's happening in the connective tissue which is allowing blood flow to move, which if you understand how the body is circulating and how the different parts are affected, then usually it's not a bad thing to see. So let's have a look at some more images of Sha. Now, in the first video, I looked at images of the back, the upper back, the lower back, and the middle back. So what we're looking at right now is not the back, so you can see in other areas. So let's start off with someone's arm. Now, this is the image of the arm, and it's the image of someone's arm after they've done gua sha on their lower arm. Now, the reason they were treating their lower arm was actually because they wanted to make a change in their lungs and their chest area. And actually, your lower arm, especially the part which is on the thumb side of the lower arm, on the inside of the arm, that's the area that's really going to affect your chest and your lungs, because this is the lung river that's coming from your chest all the way down to your thumb. And so if you were treating this with gua sha, it's quite possible that along this area that you're going to have Sha appear. If there's some reason for Sha to come out, let's suppose you've got the beginnings of a cold, then that might be a reason why there will be Sha on this area of your lower arm. Now, the image here is actually from Sri Lanka, and we were actually teaching people how to use a certain protocol for chest infections, and we were looking at, well, how can people protect themselves with COVID-19 type conditions that don't require hospitalization, that's just treated at home. So what can people do at home? And so this is one of the things that we were teaching in Sri Lanka. And so this is an example of where Sha might come on your arms, and also how important it is to understand the connections between the different parts of your body, and how gua sha can treat them. So let's have a look at another image of Sha. And the next one is the image of a leg. So here's the leg, and here is the front part of the thigh. The scraping is of course going down the front part of your thigh, and this is Sha, which has come out just above the knee area in quite a large area, and you can't see it on this image, but it's also around the side of the leg. And this is surprisingly common, but not that many people treat legs with gua sha. And what's happening here is very much connected, not specifically to a problem in the thigh area, but actually it's more connected with digestion, because the front of your body is very much connected with the stomach. And so the front of your thigh is actually quite a powerful treatment, connected with what's going on in your digestion. Okay, and the next one, let's have a look at the chest area, because it's so important. I'm always telling people to do the chest area. And here's an image of right in the midline, kind of, if certainly on a man, where the nipples would be, come straight across, and it's kind of that area. It's a very, very common area for Sha to come out, and it's an area which really releases your upper back, and often connected with the intercostal muscles which are coming around your rib cage. And certainly when you do that here and the Sha comes out, then certainly there's a relief on the chest, because the chest kind of feels like it's been opened, and that's really the effect on the intercostal muscles, which have kind of literally allowed you to suddenly breathe again. So there we have it. So there are other areas of the body where Sha will appear. It really, really doesn't matter why you're doing gua sha. It might be for health and wellness. It might be just for beauty. This is what gua sha is. And if you're not doing this, then you're missing something huge about gua sha. So if you want to know more about this, then have a look at my bio and the link, and there you have information about my books, my online courses, my live courses, and there are all kinds of things. There's like the Gua Sha Show, which is my podcast, and a whole bunch of other things. But if you're going to do gua sha, you've got to learn it properly. And ecology in motion is one of the most beautiful ways to treat the body. So I encourage you to learn ecology in motion. Okay, that's it, and I'll speak to you again soon.